All right, guys, we're back with another interview. Today, I'll be interviewing JR. So I'll let him introduce himself, and then we'll get a little bit into the interview.
JR Garbo, out of Mayfield Heights. Known Kevin for almost 4 years now, but unfortunately only about 4 of those months have been arm wrestling. So my first time back in about a year.
All right. So the main reason I wanted to have JR here for the interview is he, in my opinion, has world-class grip strength, and he recently just closed the Captains of Crush #3. So you want to tell us a little bit about your grip strength and your journey to closing the #3?
Yeah, I first got into grippers. It's been a long time, but I never took them seriously until probably 3 years ago. When I first got the 2.5, I was able to close it. I think it's from growing up on a farm. When I finally started taking it seriously, it came along pretty quickly. I've been able to do the 3 for about, honestly, 2.5 years now. And when I finally called up Ironmind to certify, they sent it in, and I was able to close it 4 times on my right, 2 times on my left with the credit card set. So
How many times have I done this?
This is the 3rd time.
Okay.
I think you got it now.
Always good.
So 3s nowadays, I can do those all day long, and now it's just getting the 3.5 done, which I can do pretty much every time in practice. I just got to get the confidence to order it. So,
Do you have any idea how many people have closed the #3?
#3, if you look on Ironmind, I think it was, I gotta look again, around 2010 though, they changed the rules. So you used to be able to close them down with your other hand, really close or past parallel. They changed that to where they send you the credit card, which it's the same size as any credit card, and you have to swipe that in between the handles, then close it. And since they did that, the numbers dropped down because there's a few hundred, but if you look before the rules changed, you got a bunch of people on there. Once they changed it, the list kept getting smaller.
Right. So the 3.5, that's only like a handful of people though, right?
3.5, I think since it came out, we're still looking low 20s total.
Low 20s.
And as far
Still, in the world,
in the
only
world.
20, 30 people or whatever,
Yeah.
that's still impressive.
And the 4, if you look on the website, there's only, Magnus Amundsen's one of them, there's only 4 or 5, but that's with the old rules. No one's officially closed the #4, and no one's officially certified the #4 under the new conditions. And I think there's only been, if you go on YouTube, there's Nathan Holly out of England and David Shamey in Russia are the only ones I've seen on YouTube close a 4 with a credit card set. So that's pretty insane.
Oh yeah. How long do you think before you certify with the 3.5 officially?
I hurt my left hand the other day at work. It's getting better. So I'm going to try to get back into the training pretty consistently. Like I said, now grippers are rated. You can get them rated, and 3.5s can range from low 160s to 180 maybe. Every once in a while I get one like 181. When I was top level, for me, I was closing high 170s every single practice without a problem. Right now, any day I can close a 170. So I think it's when I get back into training, give me a couple of months, I'll be there. You know, I've closed some lower 3.5s with credit card sets for a couple of reps, and I don't think it's too far away.
Nice.
It's more just the confidence level, you know, because it's nerve-wracking. You have to call them up, you have to send them a video of you doing it, and then it's like once they send it, you just got one shot.
Right.
If you can't do it, I don't know if you have to pay them, but So it's just a confidence thing. The strength's there. Like right now, I just arm wrestles right now, but tomorrow I got a bunch of 3.5s, so I can go close those. So a couple months, get the confidence there. I think I'll have it done.
Awesome. I'll be looking forward to it.
Thanks, buddy.
So, other than grippers, do you do any other kind of grip training?
I should. Every once in a while I'll get on a deadlifting kick, and if I do that, I always go double overs. 5+ feels fine in the hands. I want to get back into rolling thunder.
Right, because the last time
Yeah.
I trained with you, Rolling Thunder, you completely crushed us.
Yeah, I think I did with 225 or 230.
It was, yeah.
That was actually the first time I ever did.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for the video and put it.
Shake his hand and he's just kind of like, come on, JR, pick it up.
That's as long as people were able to grasp on to the apart even to this day.
All right, before you add
But yeah, I don't do nearly as much as I should. When I've done some thick bar, like I picked up the inch dumbbell first time I ever. Well, it's hard to get those things are fucking $500.
Right.
But so you only have one shot when you see it. But I was able to pick it up, and I'm trying to incorporate more holding strength, thick bar strength. It's something I'm trying to throw more into it.
Mm-hmm.
Primarily, it's been just the grippers though.
Yeah. How often do you train grippers? Is it daily or once a week?
When I'm training them, and what I'm trying to do now, I think 3, sometimes 4 times a week. You definitely gotta give it a few days. You can't, and more for your skin than like the tendons and muscles. You gotta give it a break, but I still try to get them in pretty regularly. I've heard some guys say they only do them once a week, but I just like to do them anyway, so I try to get them in a little more.
Right.
So.
So I don't think I asked you. Did you know you had a gift for grip strength, or how did you even get into it?
I think as a kid, I've always been the big guy. And growing up, we had a horse farm. It's not like we were a legit farm. We had ridiculous, stupid horses that we had to deal with. But I don't know. It's something I felt. And when I first saw that those grippers were a thing, I ordered some. And like I said, I was able to close the 2.5. And when I did that, I was like, maybe I got something here.
Right.
Maybe I got something.
Right.
So, yeah, I'd say I had a feeling that I had some pretty decent grip from the get-go.
Absolutely. Do you think grippers and grip strength play a factor in arm wrestling?
Absolutely. For the little I've done, and you've commented on it, Jason's commented on it, you can feel something in my hand.
Right.
And which feels great for me, but I think everyone who says grips are stupid, I think I don't want to say they're ridiculous, that it's bad. I just think if you're doing something that's putting strength into your hand, it's going to carry over. It doesn't mean it's the best thing to do, but it also can't hurt. You know, if you're, like I'm a cop, I have them at work with me. I don't know if that's a good thing to say, but slow nights near the end of work, I bust them out, and I feel the benefit of a gripper, of using them in everything I do. You know, I've gotten in my fair share of fights at work, and it's real nice when you're able to just hold someone's wrist and they can't get away.
Oh God, yeah.
You know, that's a great feeling. And yeah, in arm wrestling, I can feel, especially when you get a good setup, and I definitely think they have a benefit to them.
Right, because you've only had a handful of practices arm wrestling under your belt.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, you're one of the most genetically gifted for arm wrestling. I mean, just
That almost brought a tear to my damn eye.
that was my point.
My
So,
God.
but yeah, just like Khaled, he's
Yeah.
you know who
Oh,
Khaled
yeah,
is?
absolutely.
Do you think you beat him?
Whew. In grippers, I'll beat them. Because I've seen him with grippers.
Yeah.
I will beat him all day in grippers.
Yeah.
I think with some work, I can beat him in thick bar stuff too. So,
Yeah.
yeah, he's got, now, he's cheap. His hand's like twice the size of mine.
Right,
so,
right.
But no, he's amazing. Arm wrestling, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what this guy can do.
Right. So from
But-
this point forward, we'll call you the American Khaled.
That's fine.
So-
That's fine by me.
So transitioning into arm wrestling now, how'd you get into it? How long have you been into it?
Well, I'm remembering years and years back just watching videos on YouTube. I used to hate Devin Larratt, now I love him. But John Brzenk, what was it, Pulling John?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching that when I was younger. So I've always had an interest in it. And like we were just saying, I met Kevin almost 4 years ago when I was in the police academy. The guy he works with introduced us, and I was like, what are the odds? And so we got in touch. He had me over to his house with Jason, and we had a good time.
Yeah, rest was history from there, right?
Yeah. I wish I was more consistent, and from today, the goal's to, I'm going to try to, if nothing else, make a practice a month.
Absolutely.
Because I think even with that, I can make good progress.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
that's the goal.
So what are your goals in arm wrestling then? I know you want to come to practice more, but do you have anything further than that?
Yeah, I want to compete. I'd like to do some tournaments, see what I got. Like I said, I just did that Turkish get-up deal, and that broke the ice for me as far as competing. Even though it was online, it still got something in my head that I want to see what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's easy to be the big deal at the gym, but I don't want to die not knowing how to stack up against people. And so I definitely like to compete. I'd like to see if I can be good. I want to do this. I also want to get into strongman training. Strength has always meant a lot to me, and I want to see how I can hold up against not just anyone, but people who actually, this is their focus. This is what they do. Because you can, I've known people who, again, they're like the big fish, small pond, and they wait for someone to come in the gym, and they're like, oh, why don't you come do what I do all the time?
Right.
And they feel like a big, I want to go against people. This is what they do, it's what I do, and see who's better.
Yeah.
And hopefully I can be up there.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah. I think personally with some consistent training, you won't have a problem at all.
I appreciate that, man.
So June 18th, the East Liverpool tournament.
Okay.
They have a first timers tournament, so somebody who's never been in a tournament before can join that.
Okay.
And then also there's an open tournament as well, so I think that'd be a good one for you.
You going to that?
Not the tournament, but I will be at the evening portion of it.
All right. That might be something I gotta do. I gotta get out of my head, you know, I'll get my ass kicked. It doesn't matter if I do. I just gotta
You're
show.
gonna lose way more matches than
Oh,
you're
yeah.
gonna win at the
Oh, yeah.
beginning, but
So no, I'm pretty. I got a better mindset going into this part of things, and I'm looking forward to a lot.
yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Yep.
Well, appreciate you talking with me, JR.
You got it, man.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Yep, thanks.